Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Assassin's Creed Revelations. Had to reset the game. This game in particular can't really go even 12 hours. Or not even 8 hours without messing up the audio. And every time you exit, those outfits are marked as new again for some reason. So, because we exited, that puts us probably a little bit further away, and it has messed up all of our display again. So things that we weren't particularly interested in right now are back on the map, which I'm not super happy about those things reappearing. We only have one more thing to purchase that we can purchase right now, but there's probably 2 buildings in this section, and unless I missed a book, we've done all of the book memories that we can do, so we're just gonna do the Sophia's memories, which we're not too far away from, but I think we are very possibly a few steps in a different location. There, according to the DNA, there really isn't any more book memories, maybe one. So the thought that that alone might point us towards the remaining 60 plus Animus data fragments is not gonna happen. Unless I introduce something new, we've introduced the game probably to a point where it's all gonna be story. And I can kind of believe that, because my memories of playing Revelations aren't very complete, which makes me suspect that there is a high chance that I played quite like I did here, obsessively, because that's what Assassin's Creed Brotherhood taught you to do, is play obsessively, play the economics game, restore the entire city. So I probably played that just like that, like I have this time. And then I probably ran into these story modes, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's only a small number of chapters left. Perhaps we're on chapter 4 and about to finish chapter 4, kind of. So perhaps there's a chapter 5 and a short chapter 5 and a short chapter 6. But I also kind of am of the opinion, like, what in the world was that? A glitch there, I guess. I'm also pretty sure there's another area, but I'm not sure it's a big or important area. I guess maybe there's just too many places that you could hide these hook key locks for the assassin's blades, or I don't even know if they're specifically hook key locks and not just regular key locks for the hidden blade. Maybe they're combination locks and you have to be an assassin to know the combination. It wouldn't have been terrible if they had put a combination lock minigame in there. And you could only see the numbers with eagle vision. That would explain some things. But for the Assassin's Creed series, since the story is pretty dumb, I've never really cared about any small plot holes. So I guess we're gonna have to do these book memory things in order, because that would be the only thing that makes sense. And we're going to try and do this within 6 minutes, but what I'm going to really do is immediately come over here and hit back and look at the DNA and then I need to check if under treasures one of these is Galata Tower. Yes, it is. So 6 minutes, and there's a 3 and there's 3 treasure chests to find. And see, we trigger the cutscene, which is gonna have this fall, and then gonna have this jump, no quick time event, and we're gonna fall further. So this is interesting because this is not something we've seen in an Assassin's Creed game before. There's never been a case where we slid down something that I recall. It's kind of like the vehicle missions where we were riding on the cart and that was very awkwardly programmed. Interestingly, we're hearing some different music, which is kind of nice. The music has been very scarce and not good up until this point. So do I want to slide this way? Wow, that's slow. That's a slow slide. Nothing specifically pointing us towards a path. That jump could have been shortened. So whenever you're doing some of these things, wow, that was a much faster slide. I imagine the main goal is to consistently hold down the right trigger so that you're moving as fast as possible and try to just get into the flow of things. So you can pull things off. Wait, did I just see a chest? Ah! And here's the thing. If these treasure chests are all hidden in the memory, then I very possibly am gonna miss them. And this mission was do it in 6 minutes. It's kind of unbelievable you'd be able to both get and find all 3 treasure chests and do it in 6 minutes. Because, like, I need to look back now and see if there's a chest there. This is a nice idea, and it's almost like an Assassin's Creed carved out section. Assassin's compass symbol, which, boy, did they never do anything with the compass symbol as far as explaining or reinforcing what those symbols mean. Templars have crosses, so at least on a very basic level we know that they're important to be Christian, although in all fairness the Templars really aren't Christians because they know about these ancient aliens, and while both sides may claim some god on their side that neither one of them are really religious or seem to believe in any of that. Even the real god that they might worship is the ancient aliens, which have the same name as the Greek gods. Like one of them's name is Juno, for instance. But that doesn't inherently mean that they were actually the Greek gods and they weren't just using that name. Boy, does that look like the water would just push you off the edge. I don't know why they needed to make the waterfall continue. And I was very slow to do that. And there is a spin over there, and I may have actually messed up. Like, yep, desynchronized. Ooh, so is that gonna start me all over from the beginning? That would really suck. Like, if anything, it should have checkpointed me when I fell in the water. Right. So there is nothing here. And I had to die to make sure that was the case. Yeah, as I'm just continuously looking for the last two treasure chests, I'm wasting time. I'm trying to play as thoroughly as possible. This is way more creative a layout and a path. I honestly expected to see a lot more of straight line race things like this in this game. We've certainly seen them in the previous game, and it seems very much, well, it feels like all of Assassin's Creed Revelation is really just the things that were left on the cutting room floor of Brotherhood. Which does bring about an interesting idea. Instead of releasing a whole new game called Revelations, what if they had just tried to sell Brotherhood a second time a year later and called it the Director's Cut? There goes my little series, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Like, yeah, if they had taken out the redundant, unimportant things, or masterfully integrated the redundant, unimportant things into Brotherhood, added what is effectively just a small city to the other city that was in Brotherhood. For the most part in Brotherhood too, you are just dealing, I think, with one city. Also, they were working towards the idea, and it doesn't fully work, of having one city per game. In the case of Assassin's Creed 2, that really doesn't work. So we were close. If I hadn't died, perhaps I would have made it. Let's go back to the DNA and see if everything has been marked. No. According to this, in the Galata Tower, there's still one treasure chest. There it is. But that doesn't make sense either. Because we saw a treasure chest. And this is the problem. Yeah, I've got them all now. This is a real problem with the idea of having the concept of both important treasure chests and unimportant treasure chests. Is the one I spent a lot of time trying to get apparently was unimportant. And they all end up in these Marco Polo things, or Marco Polo's father, I'm not sure, areas. And this is kind of the most important tomb in the entire game, and it's kind of remarkably dull. It's not even as good as the Assassin's tombs that were in 2. Like, somebody's carved these statues. They had master assassins who were carvers, apparently, that carved out statues and held the keys. As soon as you start walking, you just kind of fade out. They don't even bother to show a secret exit, which was a thing that they at least spent the effort to do that in the Assassin's tombs. A door would unlock once you opened the tomb. And even in Brotherhood, when you were just collecting keys to get the Brutus armor, the game felt a little bit better. Let's just have a little bit of fun there. So, where are we now? There's a Sophia memory here. There's a Master Assassin mission here. And let's see. Could I go to the Master Assassin mission quicker? It's not too far away, so I'd prefer to do that first than do another Sophia memory. And we'll just take the relatively slow, but not really in that slow, method of just fast swimming across this canal. They did miss a pitfall in video game. Like, really old games would have had crocodiles in this water. Something that would cause you to either hit an invisible barrier or force you to use the ferries, because they would generally there would be a loading section in between this. And there probably is a loading section in between this body of water. It's just a case of the engine that they're using can load a little bit and deload a little bit as you're playing, instead of having to go to a load screen. Sadly, that's not true for all of Assassin's Creed, though, because we still see plenty of load screens, and there's, so far to my eye, there's never been any kind of masterful way in which they've tried to hide load screens behind more cutscenes and elements. Like, by all rights, by the 4th game in the series, I shouldn't be seeing any load screens at all, except for when I first load into the game. And that's not how it happens. You see load screens every now and then, based on whether you've hit a mission or done something. Yeah, I don't know why those people are so upset with me for just swimming. The Deacon Part 2. Kill your target with your hidden blade. Alright. We are equipped.
Cyril of Rhodes remains a danger to this city. Do you understand why?
I was over-eager, Mentor.
This is the one that killed the wrong person.
Only of the kill and not the approach.
I can correct my mistake, Mentor. Cyril was spotted this morning, not far from here.
Bene. We will find his trail together. Fall in.
So locate him. Might as well hire somebody. Where am I supposed to be? And perhaps up here.
Not in these clothes.
Let's see.
What is all this?
That is the body of the man who gave me Cyril's name.
The Deacon is trying to clear his trail.
But not quickly enough. We can still find him.
So there's a body here. And so we have him, and now we're following this path. Of course, as we're watching the ghost, it's very possible that we'll miss the actual person, which I assume that's him.
There, the deacon. It is unwise to kill a man in plain sight. What do you propose?
I will create a diversion. If he gives chase, you follow.
Bene, do it.
Interesting diversion.
Do not get away! No! You cannot escape!
So now we're just tailing him. We're not killing him, we're tailing him. And it's hard to keep that in mind. That's our goal. And we just ran through one of the headquarters where the doors were magically missing for this mission, when they haven't been in any other instance.
Assassin!
And
I should have known you
got
brutes
close
were
enough.
behind this.
Who else, Deacon?
You are meddling in affairs far outside your understanding. Go hide in your haystack. A pity you assassins work
They
alone.
know they hide in
It will
haystacks?
take longer to kill you all. So what happens now, assassin?
So I do that. I just walk behind him and stab him.
What do you hope to hear, assassin? That I regret my associations? Never. Rome abandoned us in our time of need. The West turned a blind eye to the Ottoman juggernaut. Is it any wonder that I should turn to men with more honor, more courage, and more vision? I regret nothing.
Requiescat in pace.
So some of that implies that he turned his back on the Rome as in the Pope, not Rome as in the Roman Empire. Let's go ahead and loot these. So we've got another master assassin who's been promoted. And I believe we've got a lot of things here, I know. I think that puts us in a fine position to maybe run to the bank, pull out some money, and then go do the Sophia mission. I'm just gonna do this. Apparently I have no more parachutes.
What on earth?
Good to know. And that took out half my health, or something took out half my health.
You want it? I have it. Al-Andalus.
Bookstore. No new books to buy, treasure maps to buy.
Next time then, sir. Who can resist?
Tailor. It's the tailor that makes the parachutes, so we can go ahead and switch to a new color. and select, press X to fill, press A to buy, press A to accept. That's 4 button presses to do something pretty simple. Let's see.
Let me go. Come on, Tyrone. That path leads to a grave area.
I'm not part of this.
So I need to take book things off the map next time I'm in the map, which will be right now. I wonder, is there a fast travel location that's quicker? Yes, there actually is. So I'm just gonna fast travel to the bookshops off. Wait a minute, if bookshops were off, why did I just see a book marker? That must have been a glitch in the game. Like, I'm seeing a book mentioned right here in a bookstore, and it shouldn't be there unless somehow I've turned things off on the main map and not turned things off on other parts of the map, which, let's see. Yeah, I don't need to pick up any. You know what? Actually, I'll buy some saltpeter.
You require my aid?
Ingredient saltpeter. Just buy a bit of that because I know that that's a element. I'll have to become anonymous to use this. Let's see. Let's get a nice combo going. Like, more coming. Now, if you want all these combos, you do have to make sure you either kill or combo the one person who's going to come and try and take you out. I am now anonymous. Somehow. Somehow that counts as becoming anonymous by killing all the witnesses, which makes a lot of sense in GTA. Makes not so much sense in most other games. Like, surely I'm not really anonymous then. By any real definition. And so we'll probably crash the game again. Let's see what happens. Because I was pretty sure this jumps into like a completely different executable. It saves, or it did the first time.
You held fire in your hand, old man. It should have been destroyed.
Destroy the only thing capable of ending the Crusades and creating true peace? Never.
Forgive me for this, Mentor. But the apple corrupted you, and through you it would have corrupted us. For us to live, you had to die.
We've already found the apple, though. Let's not
Is it truly over?
forget that. We've already found the apple in the future.
He was no sorcerer.
At least one.
Just an ordinary man in command of illusions.
So,
Have you prepared the pyre?
if these keys and memories are to
Altair,
a secondary
some of the
apple,
men will not stand for
it
such.
might have to do something else besides just create illusions.
Let me handle it.
Do not lose them more than 3 sync points. a full sync.
Are you fit to travel?
Well enough. Yes.
I asked Malik to ride to Jerusalem with news of Al-Mulim's death. Would you ride to Acre and do the same?
Of course.
So, yeah, it's cool to come back to the first game and put like a coda on it. There's nothing hidden up here though. It's an interesting thought, at least, but you're not actually playing the game as Altair, and that's what I would have wanted a lot more. Is that ability. I can't, by the way, turn on Eagle Vision because I just tried it. Also, I'm controlling Altair the way
What's happened?
one would have controlled.
So much confusion.
You're controlling it with the new control scheme, just slightly different. So these people are just going to back away, and you're just kind of going with this attempt to have an impactful, emotional reverence of Altair carrying his master's body, although his master was corrupted and killed.
What has happened here?
Our mentor deceived us all. The Templars corrupted him.
Where is your proof?
Walk with me, Abbas, and I will explain.
And he's carrying
If I
this
find your
adult
answers
man.
wanting,
I will talk until you are satisfied.
I believe they
Do you
failed
remember
to
the artifact
animate
we recovered from
one of his
Robert
fingers
Lasalle in
missing.
Solomon's temple?
Well, maybe it's on the other
you
hand.
were sent to retrieve
Yeah.
what others delivered?
Yes. It is a Templar tool. The Apple of Eden. It can conjure illusions and control men's minds. A deadly weapon.
And you believe Al-Mualim fell under its spell?
I do. Today he used the apple to enslave Masyaf. You saw that for yourself.
I do not know what I saw.
Listen, Abbas. The apple is safe in Al-Mulim's study. When I'm finished here, I will show you all I know.
So I'm going the wrong direction. This was always a poorly laid out area. Was this guy healing his friend or what? So Altair is kind of effortlessly carrying this one body, which really wouldn't be able to do. It's not like bodies get super light. And it would be cool, yeah, if we had had more of a good experience with the master.
No!
I must know that he cannot return.
But this is not our way. To burn a man's body is forbidden. Defiler!
Hear me out. This body could be another one of Al-Mulim's phantoms. I must be certain.
Lies! All your life, you have made a mockery of our creed.
He's missing a
You
finger.
bend the rules to suit your whims, while belittling and humiliating those around you. Restrain him!
Did you not hear him? Al-Mualim is bewitched.
Ah!
Warning, remain in the area. Disarm the assassins to prevent a civil war.
I will do anything. Just let me go. Alright, you win. No need to kill me. We could be friends. What do you think you're doing? Just let me go. Stay away from me.
So 3 more to disarm. This is too many. Honestly, I would have preferred to fight that one guy and have to disarm him 3 times. So just have him pull 3 different weapons.
What did I tell you, Altair?
Abbas! Stop!
What did you think would happen when you murdered our beloved mentor?
You loved Al-Mulim less than anyone! You blamed him for all your misfortune, even your father's suicide.
My father was a hero!
This is not the time to quarrel over the past. We must decide what to do with that weapon.
Whatever this artifact is capable of, you are not worthy to wield it!
No man is.
It is beautiful, is it not? Ah!
Recover the apple and save the abyss. And so every time he's using this, he's messing with his brain. I don't think I could climb up that, which that was a tempting way to do this. So this shows what happens with the apple afterwards, and we probably needed that. Like, otherwise it would have been really confusing. One assumes that Altair can, having held the apple, have some kind of form of protection there. Oh man. Oops. I'm uncertain where I was supposed to go there. Like, we got to use the Apple of Eden at the end of Brotherhood for a short time. It was cool and all. It was kind of oddly overpowered and really couldn't integrate well into any kind of system. Apparently I'm not supposed to go that way. But see, I'm about to get hit, and every time I get hit I do knock myself into a new section. Seriously? No, but Abbas is dying. I have to get on a platform before he hits me, so I can. Let's see. Get hit again. Where is he? Ah, so it's just activating itself. And it's not like you stab it or anything.
Are they dead?
Forgive me. I did not know.
Have you anything to teach us? Or will you lead us all to ruin?
So apparently I got 100% sync there. It kind of doesn't matter what happened with the apple,
Altair,
honestly.
Barely 26 and already a Grandmaster in command of a divided order.
Like,
how does one cope with
at
such
some point we
responsibility
know that
and
the
unlimited
apple gets
power?
hidden in the ancient aliens temple again, or some apple gets hidden in the ancient aliens temple. It's possible that the apple we did find in the main world is a different apple. Yeah, that's totally possible, actually, but I mean, what does it really matter?
I have made the acquaintance of an Ottoman prince named Suleiman.
What does any of this matter
He's a
when you
clever
think
young
about
man,
Assassin's
with a
Creed
fortitude
Origins and they've
uncommon
just
for his
forgotten all
age.
this story? They
On
forgot
his
all this
suggestion,
story after
I will be
Assassin's Creed
investigating
3.
some wayward Janissaries who may be in league with the Templars. With luck, they will lead me straight to the core of the Templars' leadership. Meanwhile, the Venetian Sophia Sartor continues to help me find the hidden Masyaf keys. She is a diligent woman, full of passion and vigor, and I enjoy her company immensely.
It's kind of funny he
But
just
I dare
leaves the
not tell
keys
her the
out
purpose of my
on
stay
the
here,
table for any other
nor of
assassin
my
to
true
touch
vocation.
or steal.
Those who do not volunteer in our struggle should not be forced to fight it.
Oh yes, I remember that they mis-subtitled some of these, so that weird question mark square, like, I remember that in the original game, and they never fixed it. Bugs in this game. Probably 10 years later, still not fixed. So there's new items at the bookshops. I suppose that's something. New items to unlock at the blacksmith shops. New items at the tailor shops. Probably not any new items, if I was to guess. Here. At the help. At the doctors. The thing though is we already know we've collected all of the treasures. So it's probably just books that are at the bookshops and nothing else. Yep. Nope. 4 more books. Hey, and I'm a little short on money. Interesting. Which that probably puts us in a decent position. Let's see. Where do we want to go? There's a memory start here. We're so close to it, and there's a bank here. We'll close to that too. Maybe there's a locked in, maybe Master Assassin Quest. Locked in, I suppose, means that it has been locked in. So maybe I need to go to this Assassin Den and apply somebody. There's a Sophia memory over here. Yeah, I suppose that is a possibility that I failed to assign a assassin. Let's see. Economic markers all on for a moment. And locked by Templars on. Fight Club off. Fairies off. Bomb crafting off. Thief building, this. Assassin's Den's on. And that. Turn off all those. Turn off all those. So, is there... Well, I am a tailor anywhere? Nice, not that I see. We could also look at the memory chain, the DNA chain, and see how many missions are actually in sequence 5. I imagine it might be pretty short. We could look at this too. That certainly would help. So all of these shops are unlocked and renovated. All the buildings have been renovated, and there's only 2 landmarks recorded.
Istanbul will never.
And 100 gold to bribe these guys. Perfectly fine. Really. Now. Doesn't matter. Let's talk to this guy.
You see this rack? Incredible quality. Your feet will love you more than your wife does.
I'm not married.
Ah, you're better off. Come, feel it.
You have sold well today.
I have not sold a thing. The Janissaries confiscated most of my rugs just because they were imported.
Do you know Tariq Barletti, their captain?
He's around here somewhere, an arrogant man, but... you insult me, sir. I cannot take less than 200 aksha for this. My final offer.
When I find him, I will ask about the rugs.
You drive a hard bargain, Yabanche. Shall we compromise at 180? 180 aksha. And we part as friends.
So distract two bombs with 2 cards with bombs. So we're going to take this loot. A cherry bomb will be dismantled. Will dismantle your current diversion bomb. That's fine. They clearly want me to use cherry bombs. So blood bomb, cherry bombs. Am I supposed to be following something in this mode? I suppose I am.
There he is.
These guys aren't
stronger hands.
Well, I did it, but that wasn't what I was supposed to do. I'm supposed to follow this guy. So
Better keep your eyes and wit alert.
why did the lady just push another Romani lady away and run? I think I still have some knife throwing challenges to do. There's a level of too much stealth here. However, if I can be 100% invisible when hiding in a crowd, but then rather visible when not hiding in a crowd.
Sword and honey stains, believe it or not. I have.
And this really is back to Assassin's Creed
Of all
level,
Mehmet's
1
accomplishments,
level things.
I'm beginning to think this bazaar was the finest.
Got another achievement.
If you have no business here, you do not belong. Clear the way.
So is he gonna clear the way in a way that
No
he'll see?
loitering.
No, I'm still totally invisible.
I hear your son is working for them.
If you have no business here, you do not belong.
And then that lady just is running up. And why does it tell me to locate my target in gold? It's right there. I see him. I know who he is. I swear this game just tutorializes you non-stop. And it doesn't ever learn that you figured it out, or it doesn't detect that maybe you've forgotten something, since there's so many different things going on.
This is an important meeting. Make sure I am not being followed.
So now it's still telling me just to tail this guy.
Hey, you there! Stop! Hey, that wouldn't happen with me.
And there was a baker who worked right here, selling fresh cement all day, every day. And on my free days, I would buy 2
So
at a time.
I've
Sometimes
solved that problem in an awkward
it's a
way.
shame that nothing good ever lasts long. Perhaps your business will do better, huh?
So I'm just standing there to, in this mission, lose the heat that was on me, so that then the character will start walking again. They clearly programmed a fix into this mission for that very scenario. It's just not a smooth fix. And being stabbed by a stalker while in the middle of this mission is also not helpful.
This empire is sick. Listen. Answer.
And we'll hire some more people so we can be completely hidden. The whole staring right now. You'd think that they would be surprised by 4 identical Romani women dancing. But I guess you have to remember that all of this is a simulation, and all the bugs, all the repeated character models are explained away in that excuse. Truth, of course, being a little bit different, that Ubisoft simply just didn't want to spend the money, or couldn't afford to spend the money to create a character creator that would have varied and different people. Like, you could have easily done it by the 4th game. You know, different hairstyles, different skin styles, different face styles, adjust the sliders. Games like Skyrim certainly had accomplished this, and many other games have accomplished that.
You there. I will be back tomorrow. If you have not disposed of all this foreign-made garbage, I will confiscate it myself and throw it into the Bosphorus. Lead the way!
So this guy's a real, like, protectionist. Like, he doesn't want...
Templars are invincible!
Seriously. Like, he doesn't want any imports at all. Checkpoint reached. Probably can just assassinate these two with a double assassin. He has a problem though, and like half the time when I try to do something like that, that's what happens. Like, you have to get exactly in the center. You can't see me. Let's just jump over here just to make sure. Like, the meter goes up too high and you don't hear him say, "What was that? Is someone following me? What was that noise?" No like suspicious statement to reinforce what he's doing. He just turns around and starts looking at you, and you see this bar fill up.
What news?
And we've done
Manuel
that
has
twice.
agreed to meet you, Tarek. He's waiting by the arsenal gate.
An eager old weasel, isn't he? Come.
So we'll finally get into the arsenal, I suppose. And that was the end of the memory. All we had to do was hear the fact that the arsenal people. All of these are like new. And they cost money.
All right, bye.
Just buy one of every bomb and see what that really turns into. Because I bought several bombs there, but I'm uncertain how that works. Let's run over here and see if we can buy this last piece of...
The Templars rule here!
Can you guys stop this? Like, seriously. I'm just locked into constantly being killed by stalkers or Templar assassins, whatever you want to call them. It's possible that the bank has not actually run into gotten any more money. I think that's hard to believe, but this medical book, we can't afford the books. Seems a little unlikely we're going to get the well, what am I trying to say here?
I get you! I got you! Go!
Guys across the... I'm trying to see if I can assassinate somebody, but it's not working. How about these guys? Hire them. Help me, mercenaries. And so you try and kick these guys, it doesn't work. How about... Let's go ahead and see if we can get some more knives and medicine off these guys. Bank, bank, bank. Can we withdraw some money? No.
Well, adieu.
That's really crazy. Like, feels like we've been playing for an hour and somehow I still don't have enough money for the bank. So what to do, what to do? I want to actually make a fast travel point to this den. And I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to make this. Let's make a mad dash to the fast travel point, to that den. See if there actually is a assassin that needs to be assigned in that den and I just somehow missed it. And if that is the case, then that might be the last contested den we have to ever do. It might also just be a case of that never stopping. I saw a chest and skipped it, so it should be Southport, right? So yes, I saw that. Yes, I know that's happening. As long as I don't miss any memory things, that's the thing that the animus data fragments. Yeah, that's what I don't want to miss. But I probably will. Just in all honesty, there's another chest. Just skipping. How does one get into the den? Keep going through here. Interesting. I'm probably hitting a point where it might make sense to go and try and make or sell. I wanted to make something with the saltpeter and let's see, impact shell and craft. And we'll make some more of these, and we'll make some more of these. Although these aren't even what I really want. I want sticky pouches with I guess I'll make this, and I guess I'll use that. I'm trying to, and I need tripwires. Guess I'll use that. Guess I'll use that. Craft one bomb of each effect type. Finally got that. But highly unlikely. I guess what you could do is to use every bomb at least twice. Might work if I just let my inventory fill with all of the types of bombs, and then I go into test bomb and just try it twice in the test mode. That would do that. And then we could also potentially do the 20 remaining bombs that way, and then kill a guard incapacitated by a bomb. We could also do that through test mode, and that would, I guess, work. Like, honestly, I guess all of these challenges could be done in test mode, unless for some reason it disconnects you from that and says you can't do it. And then with the Assassin's Guild things, we're still trying to call assassins on targets. And like, we're still supposed to use one more arrow storm. Maybe you're supposed to use arrow storm in a mission, and we have one more guy to train up to master level, and I guess that's why this isn't a locked in. Is like, we have this master assassin, and none of these need any more points applied. That whole system stopped making sense. Jerusalem has some new missions. What we're trying to do here is find the most expensive difficult missions and see if we can send one person or maybe two people on those to get them enough experience. Send out more people. That's too difficult a mission. Do want to install Assassin's Den, so I'll send him on that mission. However, I only really need to send out the people that aren't at 15 with this assassin symbol, so I now with 6 Master Assassins, have an Arrow Storm available to me while still sending the other 6 off on missions. And when they're finished, they will hopefully be done. We can do the last Master Assassin mission that we know of, and eliminate yet another thing that we need to do. On the DNA, we had some things we wanted to check. Sequence 5, we already did 1. Memory 2 is already unlocked, and memory 4 is unlocked. So I assume this is a Sophia mission, and this is just a regular memory. There's only 6 missions in sequence 5. As far as secret locations, we're still looking for 1 secret location, which must be in that other area. Recruit assassins have been done 100%. Master assassin missions, like, there's 1 remaining. And see, if there were achievements in Steam to do some of the styles of missions 100%, I would go back and replay it. Like, if there's an achievement for doing faction HQ missions at 100%, I'd do that. Of course, that would also require that Steam have some reason. There's still a book missing, by the way. That's probably in the secondary area that they haven't even mentioned or done anything about. Like, Steam really has no reason for achievements. They just kind of added support for them because every other console had them. And I suppose that's fine in the long run, because achievements kind of do suck, and they drive you to waste your time and do things that you'd never do in a normal gameplay. But on the other hand, trophy score on PlayStation Network and gamer score on Xbox Live's network was something I was very obsessed with. We now have the Romani faction ability. I have no idea what that is. The game never told me. At some point we unlocked that, and it didn't really tell me that. It probably popped it up and I just wasn't seeing. But also, like, it doesn't seem like that really matters. So I probably won't spend too much on the challenges. Total sync now 57.06%. No real idea if that is actually what we should be doing. In a weird way, I feel like I probably should return to the Animus Island too. We haven't done one of those memory sections in a while, and we've done a lot of other things. So yeah, maybe next time we'll see if we can kill some time by going back to the Animus Island. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. If you like what I'm doing, gift me a game on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.